I sense your true nature. I cannot forgive those who use these weapons, nor those that create them. But just this once I will respond with compassion. Let me answer your question.
So you will tell me about this curse?
I believe you have heard about the obliteration of the Demon Lord's enemies. Your appearance is due to a curse that circulates in the remains of Valentine.
The princess's kingdom. If Ingwe spoke the truth, then this all makes sense.
If you need to.
Many
I'm
survived
gonna get Dragon
the
Dive now, you know
cataclysm,
that.
but were turned into pukas. I hear the pukas have united and are working on how to break the curse.
So I can return to normal? What must I do?
I do not know. Look below you. The barren land below was once the capital of Valentine. The fairies now own this territory. 'Tis a reason for war with the Demon Lord. The Pukas live underground. You should ask them directly.
I think we're live.
It's about that time.
It's about that time. Hi, Demerine.
Hi, Hex.
We're here. We've got a video game. It's about all we need. Before we do anything, I think we got to close that bid war. What language are we playing the game in?
You will be playing this excuse me. You will be playing this game in English today.
So those of you who don't like hearing high-pitched shrieks, are one out.
The characters' voices have been set to English.
Yep. So, this game is divided. This is a little action RPG for the PlayStation 2, remastered for the PlayStations 3 and 4. And the game is divided into like 5 smaller games. So we're going to be doing the first one of those, where we play as, appropriately, the Valkyrie Gwendolyn. So I'm all set up and ready to go. Demerine, are you good to go?
I've got an open book in my lap, and I'm ready to do this thing.
Got an open book in my lap and a cat at my feet.
The cat's on the other side of the room for
So
me because the cat's here.
we've decided that the winner of the race gets to pet the kitty, and the loser does not. just so people know the stakes.
The motivation is very high.
I'm allergic, but I will die doing this. All right, ready for me to count us down? Downey?
All right, we will go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so the first thing we have here is a little tutorial that doesn't look like a lot, but actually there's a ton of tiny optimizations to this tutorial that makes it a lot of fun.
I've actually practiced this tutorial alone a bunch.
Oh, you have to. Not for these first couple rooms, but
The next room.
yeah, once you get into the tutorial room, you can actually beat out enemies spawning if you just do the thing it wants you to do fast enough.
There's a couple that you can't.
There's a couple.
Slide is one of them, but of course I forgot Slide anyway.
I got the order mixed up.
I did too, don't worry, I missed dash attack.
Oh, I did the same thing.
And you can't get a skip for Rising, so you don't bother with it. You just wait for the fairy to spawn so that you can kill her instantly.
You can get a skip with it. You just have to get like absurdly precise timing.
Yeah, it's the really hard one. I almost never get it. Actually, I've never gotten it. and then you actually want to pop the menu open when you start seeing the text box come up stating that the tutorial's over. It saves a second.
I missed it.
Please don't block. I need you to stop blocking, game. I got both of the first Elf Knights blocking, so that sucked.
I always just assume they're gonna block and go and start with a down hit.
No, I try to lump them, so I assume that the second one is not going to block and just get them all together like I just did just now.
Oh, I messed up my move.
Why did you spawn all the way over there, chest? Alright, so chest spawns. We're gonna get our second tutorial now, which is we can grow fruits during the game. X, how many fruits are we gonna grow through this run?
2.
It's 1.
No,
2.
it's 2. It's 2. We're gonna grow 2 fruits.
Oh yeah, it's 2 from the first plant, and that's it.
Well, obviously you need a snack to eat during the game, so...
You eat a bunch of snacks, but you don't grow them yourself.
No, you just find them in boxes.
So something to note with growing this plant is you want to be standing in the exact right spot so the phosons have to travel as little distance as possible.
And you want to keep your, it tells you how to hold your weapon out, and you want to keep your weapon held out like that until all 6 phosons are absorbed by the plant, because otherwise they'll go back into your weapon. You need all 6 to grow the plant.
You do get a free level up at the end of it.
You do. You get to level 2, and we're gonna select easy here and now we're gonna see that this game has a beautiful plot line with beautiful art and beautiful backgrounds and beautiful text files, and we're gonna skip all of that.
Basically, to summarize, Dad said to do something, Dad said to do something, Dad said to do something. Oh, we got brainwashed into being someone's wife. Husband said to do something. I love husband, actually, for realsies.
Yeah, there we go. You got it. That's the Valkyrie chapter. Alright, so we're into chapter 1 now. There's a bit of movement tech that you'll see us doing throughout the run, which is, at least early on, you'll see us trying to jump, and then basically it's an evade followed by a jump at the right timing, lets you catapult yourself across the stage. And you sit and you practice that because you want to get good at that.
It's frame perfect.
Yep, it's like a 2-frame match. It's great. The game will tell you this.
It's one of those things that's not as bad as it seems due to kind of the way the game works. But it is technically an incredibly small window.
I'm gonna miss the last one there, so I'm just gonna not take it.
Oh, I stopped picking that thing up.
Which one? The butterfly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I actually skipped it here too. On runs, I'll go get it. I think it's marginally faster, but I'm not sure.
It's, I used to pick it up, I stopped. It doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It makes the dragon fight go a little faster at the end of the chapter, but, it's not worth the time it takes to absorb.
But yeah, that's fair. I think you're right overall.
Anyway, I think we should explain what these things are. So you might see these little purple dots, which are the same thing we used to grow a plant earlier, but we don't actually care about using them to grow a plant. The reason we want them is because you can also use them to upgrade skills. And any skill you upgrade also also boosts your overall attack.
Yep.
So they're good.
So I got the Phozon tutorial, the Phozon Prism tutorial here. So yeah, those are the points that we're going to use. And as you get skills, we're going to upgrade them. Ice Shot's very good though. Ice Shot is sort of one of the 2 core skills that we're going to use throughout the run, and it burns this gauge called PP, or Phozon Power, of which we start at 17 or 18. 17, right? I sometimes get to 18 because if you grab the first butterfly, you get the first upgrade. So we have 17.
We're also going to fire our ice shots into the wall directly.
It's faster that way.
Yeah, otherwise you have to watch them dissipate off into the distance. You're only going to see this menu where you see all of our skills exactly 3 times when we put our skills on it. Do you use Rising Crescent? Because that's kind of a pick your poison type.
Oh, that's a whirlwind potion. That's a whirlwind potion. I got a whirlwind drop.
Are you? All right, so Demi's picked up a huge advantage off the bat. I got a toxin, which isn't bad.
No, it's a fine one.
But Whirlwind is kind of absurd. Toxin is the second best thing you can get from here. Anyway, you'll notice us juggling. You can keep enemies in the air until the game forces you to drop them, basically, with Gwendolyn.
Yeah, he's super good. I've got my kill already.
Yep, me too. The bigger the enemy, the easier it is to juggle. Oh, I got caught on the ferry.
Same.
That's an easy mistake to make. I don't even know why. Shut up, guard break tutorial text.
I got that earlier. I try and get it out of the way because I know I'm always gonna get it.
Oh, there's no possible way you could go through the entire game without seeing it. Some of the later fights, you're gonna hit the guard break on purpose.
I mean, I've gotten to chapter 4 without it, but that's
Yeah,
about
but once you
gone.
hit chapter 4, you start having those like 14 dwarves and Valkyries.
All right, first boss.
So you've got a cycle. Oh, also, we're never ever gonna save.
There's no need.
Yep. If you lose a fight, you just get kicked out of the room. This game is actually incredibly marathon unsafe as a result. Well, I'm gonna poison and burn my dragon right off the bat. This is good because I get 2 damage sources. Of course, Demerine gets to cyclone her dragon, so she gets to do an absurd amount of damage that way. These dragons have a very, very, very low chance to freeze or to burrow into the ground, and it costs like 15 seconds. It will probably not happen for either of us, but if it does, that kind of stinks.
That's crappy, but 8-10.
And I'm right behind you. Neither dragon dove. I was sure I would be cursing one of us by saying that.
Yeah, I know, I felt it. But guess what we get now?
We get the Needle Strike.
This
is the best ability in the game.
You're gonna see about an hour of this, in fact. We're gonna upgrade it right now. It's that good.
This ability is the best ability casually, and it's the best ability in the speedrun.
The big thing is that we want it at level, the final level by, you can get it by chapter 6. It's doable by then,
but
you won't.
Like, without, you get it by chapter 7, almost guaranteed, though.
Yeah, and you want it for chapter 7 for sure, because it makes the last 2 fights super fast. I did not get the jump there.
And now that we have all of our different types of abilities, we should explain the confusing mess that is the meters at the top of the screen, especially while we have to do this potion tutorial 3 times.
Yep.
Anyway, at the top, you see there's 3 things. There's PP, which is normal skills.
Yep, there's power, which is the green gauge above it.
Yep, the way PP works is that, magic, like our Ice Bolt, oops, I pressed the wrong button.
I was on the wrong potion, so it's fine. Yep, so there's abilities that cost PP, like Ice Shot, that's magic. And power, you're gonna see us using an awful lot of in just a minute, because that is what fuels.
Ice Shot you only get back with Phozons, so you really have a limited amount of it. However, with POW, it regenerates over time, and and if you get hit, you get it back. And there's a little trick we do pretty frequently. See the POW gauge, see you get knocked out of, if you get hit, you get knocked back, right? But if you're in the middle of Needle Strike's animation, you actually have super armor, meaning that you take the damage, but you don't get knocked back.
Yep, you stay in the animation, which is great, and you keep doing damage, and if your power gauge goes up above 35%, you get to do an extra Needle Strike in your juggles.
You basically always want to take every hit enemies put on you on easy.
Yeah, you have plenty of health to take them.
You can't always manage that, because, you also want to be firing off Needle Strikes as much as possible, so it's a bit of a balancing act. Anyway, I've just gone through my second tutorial of the same thing.
Yep, we're in Goblin Land now. In normal, these are really... In normal, these are super annoying. because as you hit them, the damage causes poison knives to pop out of them. If they hit you, they hit really hard. On easy it's not.
So here we get. So a fun fact about these like little scrolls that pop up when we clear screens is that it's really easy to mash B and accidentally do an attack. Oh, another thing about Needle Strike is that you may notice that it kind of has this long end to its animation. If you dodge out of it, you get to skip that.
Yeah. Sometimes you want the long end because it lets you set up, set things up a little bit more too, because it does give you forward momentum. So you have to sort of decide if you want the forward momentum or if you want to stop and start attacking again.
It really depends on how enemies are laid out.
Yep. Mini bosses. So there are many bosses in this game. We're gonna kill a bunch of them. This one is Elrayun.
This one is really easy. We're just gonna sit here and we're gonna twirl upwards and we're gonna needle strike and we're gonna hope that we get bit while we're needle striking, but honestly we don't really get that guarantee with this boss because the heads just die too fast sometimes. Another thing...
Yeah, the grizzly bears get differences than those two.
Yep. Another thing that you'll notice is if there's a big enemy attack coming up and we don't have a needle strike we can do right now, we're gonna ice shot. Ice shot puts a mini. There's two types of stuns in this game. Ice shot causes a mini stun, which stops the enemy from attacking.
Yep.
There's also bigger stuns, which happen whenever you drain an enemy health bar or just under certain really hard to understand conditions.
They're a little easier to understand on other routes like Cornelius, where it's pretty obvious that you get stunned from lightning and the like, but on this route, it's a little weird.
Yep, anyway, those launch enemies up into the air where we can juggle them. Hi, wasp hives. These wasp hives are annoying. You gotta kill them first or they'll keep spawning wasps.
I need to be on the other side, thank you.
You can technically kill them in 2 needle strikes, but you have to set them up perfectly if you want to.
I think I got one of mine in 2.
Yeah, I didn't. I got them both. They both in 3. And even then, like, if you leave them be, you're just gonna wind up fighting a million wasps for an hour after this.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's
and by an hour, I mean approximately 2 seconds. But that's
but it's still 2 seconds. All right, second boss. It's time for the first boss fight against another character. This is Velvet. She can get out of hand in a hurry if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, Velvet is one of the toughest fights in the game, just already.
So the whole idea is you open on Needle Strike and Ice Shot, and you hope that you get Aerial State out of it. And then we delay until she pulls out a potion, because we want her to... You'll notice that bosses always go into that aerial stun state when their yellow health gauge runs out. They have multiple yellow health gauges. So if you time things right, you can keep them... I did not. I am having a little bit of a hard time setting up my proper juggle states. That's better.
I got her to give me a free volcano.
I got a blaze, which actually I'm very happy for next chapter because I now have blazes plenty for Frostban also.
Yeah, you can't use them if you don't have enough guaranteed because they're more important for the next boss. Also, they're very hard to throw, but that's
Yeah, but now I have an extra one, so I'm happy. Very bad Velvet fight.
Velvet is really hard. Status effect burn. Thanks.
Status effect burn is fine here, though.
No, I just meant the tutorial too. I am also having a very bad Velvet fight.
I'm doing a lot of complaining for actually being ahead on that split, so...
Alright, Velvet's dead.
I missed a split PB there by like 3 seconds. And we now get Assault High.
And also, Quick Glide.
Yeah, we have to go through a tutorial for Quick Glide. So we're going to take Quick Glide, we're going to take another ability right now, and then we're going to either grab Assault High or Ice Shot, depending upon which one we feel is more important in the run. I take Ice Shot.
I take Assault High. I'm surprised you take Ice Shot, actually.
I always want Ice Shot too for this chapter. Well, for this chapter, it's not very useful, honestly, because we're going to a place where Ice Shot's not very useful. So there is that.
I mean, we're also going to a place where we get an ability that makes us want to use Ice Shot for the sake of using Ice Shot.
True.
But we'll get into that when it comes up.
Yeah, we're gonna grab Assault High here. They're very close in damage output, but for this particular chapter, it's better to have
Oh wait, I have enough Phozons for both.
Wait, really?
Yep.
I was one shy. I was at 34. All right, there's the item box tutorial. Thanks, game. I don't really care. We're not gonna use the item box either.
Oh, you hit the item box tutorial.
I have a hard time skipping it all 3 times because you need to miss it 3 times in the run to not get it.
Yeah, but you have Fast Glide now. Oh, I hit it after specifically saying that. I also hit it.
Hex, please.
Oh, I can't believe I did that.
You're so good at this game.
Commentator's curse that the runner themselves does it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
These mini trolls are some of the most annoying enemies.
I needle strike them because I haven't got time for their garbage.
Oh, I needle strike them too.
Because they bounce around a lot. Needle strike also vacuums enemies in really efficiently, so
Needle strike is the best ability in the game, and you get it immediately.
So we're now in a room that has killed my runs before, which is weird to think about.
Ball rooms?
Yeah, ice ball room. I have left one ice ball alive and chased it around the room like idiots.
Yeah, so the thing about these ice balls is that it doesn't matter if you hit them or you guard, but if they hit you, it's kind of miserable because you get the freeze status effect. There's an equivalent enemy type we'll see later that are fireballs that actually don't matter at all if we just kill them by touching them. All right, now it's time for best tutorial in the game.
Best character in the game right here. You can see him exactly once.
Yep, so the deal with this tutorial is that, like all tutorials, it's slow, but notice in the top left, we're both level 5.
It sucks. I don't want to be level 5.
You know what I would like to be? Can we just skip levels 6 and 7?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get to level 8.
Hey, Murray, give me...
We're going to cook this egg, and then we are going to skip this. We're going to skip this food because we're trying to go fast, not that it matters. All right, tutorial done.
Very well.
Oh, I'm so not used to hearing Murray in English.
Same.
The other characters I'm used to because of the title screen, but Murray.
All right, so welcome to First Climb. We've got to go up the mountain a little bit.
If you've ever played the video game Celeste, this is nothing like that.
Nope. And welcome to Frostben.
So something that might happen while you're playing is you hit the bells and summon Murray. And if you just abandon Murray there, you're considered a bad person. So don't hit the bell by mistake.
Frostben dropped a toxin. I'm okay with that.
So this boss is kind of mean for everyone but Gwendolyn. But for Gwendolyn, it's really not all that bad.
She's also fine. This one's also fine for Oswald, but that's because everything is fine for Oswald because he gets like a trigger trailer. Nice.
I actually need toxins, though. I have a bunch of volcanoes.
Fair.
So this fight, we're just gonna keep booping the snoot. It's the only part that takes damage.
We're gonna try to get booped while we're booping the snoot too.
Something we didn't mention is that as of this chapter, we care about our chain a lot. We get a huge damage bonus for big chains. So we don't want to drop those. Before this, that didn't matter because that's what Sultai did. But now we just get to boop the snoot. Well, Demerine2 fight them.
Yeah, the snoot's on fire and booped. so we get to climb 2, and I have to talk about, I talk to myself about climb 2 because A, I'm bad at it, sorry game, but B, because there is a hidden Phozon prison in this chapter that we're gonna grab in just a sec.
Don't forget the hidden Phozon prison.
Don't forget the hidden Phozon prison. Part of this is this opens the menu for us, which is very exciting so we don't have to do it. But this is the skill link. And what skill link does is that every ability that you use in a chain increases your damage a little bit. Which means that we're just going to want to be throwing out Ice Shot when we have the opportunity. And I have enough Phozons for Needle Strike 3, which I'm absolutely going to take because it increases all of my damage, as well as my Needle Strike damage. And we're going to take Aerial Force, which increases the damage of aerial attacks by 10%. So when you're juggling, guess what? More damage. I will not forget to exit the screen to the left.
Hey, what's that over to the right? You should go take a peek. I hear there's a party going on over there.
You know I don't like party sex.
I hear there's an anti-party going on over there.
Ooh, anti-party! Let's do it! That, please. So I'm trying to set up a left exit here because you want to be near the exit that you want to go to. You want to be just to the right of the exit that you're trying to go through, basically, so the treasure chest spawns on or near the exit.
Actually setting that up, though, is a lot more complicated than it sounds.
Oh yeah, if it were easy, everybody would do it. Myself included. We're not gonna grab the egg, we don't need it. We're gonna go to the left here. This is not the way to the boss, though. Like, why are we going to the left if this is not the way to the boss? Well, we got something to do.
So, eggs let you, like, raise pet chickens.
Pet chickens are rad.
Then
It's
slaughter
good.
for them.
So, welcome to Bugbear. Bugbear is...
I like to call him Hugbear.
we love Bugbear.
Sorry,
Yeah,
you have to make the Adventure Zone reference whenever you get to the boss.
Legit.
Anyway, go on.
Legit. So he's taking a beating, and we're trying to stay in the air and keep our chain high and use Ice Shot to make his life miserable.
Margaret, if you want to say something, this is a good time.
This is a good time to do it.
This boss for a little while.
I was just gonna say his arms are nice and long and hugging. But I figured I would take a moment to talk about why we're all action. If we have the time. So, Speedrun Ragnarok is a charity marathon raising money for Take This. And Take This is a mental health non-profit, and their main mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on different disorders and prevention techniques, and reduce the overall stigma around mental illness. So, if you would like more information than I just gave you, you can visit takethis.org, and any of the merchandise you buy for Speedrun Ragnarok, any of the bits you donate, any of the subs you donate or spread around the community, and any money you donate will all go to Take This during the marathon.
Right. It's a great cause.
It's a wonderful cause. So something we both just did there is that after we beat Bugbear, see, once you get an item in a level, you actually unlock that item in all the vendors in the level. So Bugbear dropped an item that boosts our damage by 10%. So we both went to go pick up another 2 more copies of that item because we have 3 equipment slots. At least I'm assuming we did. Did you forget, Demerine?
Forget what?
To get the other bandage.
I grabbed it. I teleport now. Teleporting has helped me a lot with not forgetting that one. I teleport and then I just walk to the right. That was a really bad. It's a really bad second troll fight, but whatever. We'll get the gold coin. That's the one that matters. It's worth 10. I don't want a needle strike here. I just want to go to the boss. Thank you. Why am I not fast spotting?
It's on.
Same. Yep.
You hate to. A's are very shameful.
It's the only one I usually get in the run.
So now
Also,
we're gonna eat some food.
I forgot to eat the food. I forgot to eat the food as always.
Okay, Demerine is gonna take a little longer on this fight than me. Ooh, this is a bad fight to forget to eat before, because well, so we're both about to forget. We're both about to fight Brigand. Brigand is an annoying boy. Basically, he has these shields that he can't be damaged so long as he has them, and number of hits, not amount of damage, knock them off. And that does include things. So we want to trap him in a blaze if we can. Partway through the fight, Valkyries will come in to bring in shields. You can bring in more shields. You can avoid the bonus, the new shields coming without anything by juggling Valkyries, but if you're fast enough, you don't even have to. And juggling Valkyries is one of the hardest tricks in the entire game.
I want that little two-blaze.
So you really don't want to have to juggle Valkyries. Oh yeah, I also got a lot of two-blaze.
What a crit on a 337 chain. That fight is over and done.
Oh,
And
wow.
who needs food when you've got speed? 27-5 chapter 3 finish. Not bad, not bad. Always forget the food there. But I had a ballistically fast fight there, which I am very happy about. I threw the toxin at the end on the massive chain for the big damage boost as well. I get my shot upgrade. Backstab is 4, and I only have 3. But we're deep in chapter 3 for chapter 4. Pastures are about to get a little greener here as we are now in the prettiest dress in the game.
For like one frame.
Yeah, but it's a good frame.
We get to see that frame 3 times.
And I love every minute of it. It's a good dress. And we're gonna go and fight our dad. Because, you know, that's how we roll.
Dad's haunted.
Dad is haunted.
Wow, you're back fast. Dad's haunted.
Sounds legit.
You know that guy we just killed? He's haunting Dad now. He's a slightly worse person than our dad is. Emphasis on slightly.
Not very much. But you start chapter 4 immediately with a mini boss. Shield Soldier is super easy to juggle, super easy to get in a stun state. We love him to death. I'm gonna do some swag here. I'm gonna do some aerial drop juggles here because it's faster. It may end up being faster, but it definitely looks cooler. And as you can see, he drops out of the chain after a while. Also, getting hit while you're not needle striking is bad because it drops your chain, and we don't want that.
This is one of the easiest bosses in the game to juggle, too. No, this is the easiest thing in the game to juggle. Let me rephrase.
Oh yeah, this is 100%. Like, it is real hard to drop that juggle.
The ceiling is super high, and the game does force you to drop the juggle after a while.
Oh yeah, the game has dropout protection. It's a fighting game. It's not Marvel vs. Capcom where nothing ever drops out.
Well, there is technically a very, very precise thing you can do to keep the chain up, but neither of us are even going to attempt it.
No, it is damn near impossible to do.
And it's a lot slower if you miss.
Yeah. I went the wrong way. I was supposed to exit right, so we start at the bottom there. That's fine. I had to do a little dashing around this room because I'm... Look, it's Marvel vs. Capcom because I just took that mini-boss for a ride, okay? Okay, glide across this room. Valkyries are also annoying because they love guarding.
Valkyries and elves.
They just love throwing their shields up there.
We also got milk, which is very important for reasons that will become apparent at the end of the level.
You need as much calcium as possible.
You do actually need as much calcium as possible in this game.
Plus, you need it to go with the cake you just got.
We didn't get cake.
Well, I mean, fight with cake.
And I walked
And
right into that one.
And scene.
Thank you very much. Here, Tilters. Try the veal.
Right here. We get to fight my favorite mini-boss in the game soon, though.
You get to fight. Wait, I'm sorry. That's your favorite.
Oh, I love the next mini-boss so much.
That mini-boss is so mean and causes so many frame drops, except for in the PS4 version, which I think is what we're both playing. But.
Yep.
So something that the OC decided to do when he was kind of putting together the leaderboard is we use IGT in this game for reasons of load times or variant, especially amongst the 3 platforms this game's on, and just lets competition be fair no matter which platform you got playing for.
It's a good decision. 100% on board with it. Down exit, isn't it? I'm not setting up my exits at all well. Actually, that's right, I'm in the right place. Never mind. I set this exit up perfectly, don't mind me. I'm gonna do a lot of complaining. And we're gonna get another Photon Prism here. This is freeze enhancement. We actually don't care about this. We're gonna skip this.
Freeze is a bad status effect because it doesn't help us at all.
But we gained a level along the way from killing enemies, and so we're gonna use our 4 ability points to take next step, which increases the damage by 20% when you hit something from behind, which, interestingly enough, works sometimes with Needle Strike just in general.
Oh right, you couldn't get that before because you forgot to eat.
Yep. Which you don't need it for Brigand, and you don't need it for anything except for Airship anyway.
I can't afford anything. What am I doing?
You are skipping that menu, damn it. And this is Dwarven Airship. I love Dwarven Airship. Dwarven Airship kills runs. On easy.
Dwarven Airship is a mess, so it's got these 2 balloons which you beat up for a bit, and then after you've killed 1 health bar, which is really easy to do for the first health bar, this boy comes out and is like, "I'm a jerk," roar, and then you're like, "Stop being a jerk," and you beat up the same boss you just fought, who's being especially a jerk to you. Now, oh wow, this mini boss inside the mini boss. Stop it! You guarded twice!
Wait, I'm at 30 health. This is real bad all of a sudden. I'm actually in trouble.
Something else you can do here is by spamming your Needle Strike, you're actually going to be hitting all the projectiles, which in this game, when you hit a projectile, it actually bounces back to its source, which is really good.
There's no roll and drop. I wish I were in Cornelius route right now.
How did you get another one? Whirlwind Drop is a third for this upcoming boss.
Yep.
Demerine2 gets all the lucky stuff.
I do need to remember to
Blaze in a volcano. Well,
I got a
my
Toxin and a
airship
Whirlwind.
runs on at least, even if it didn't drop anything good.
Yeah, my Whirlwind, my airship was bad. I almost died. Where's my level 6 materials? Where the heck did they
you're
go?
guaranteed to get 2 level 6 materials here.
Well, it's a heal potion and a material, and you want them both, and they
They're
drop
the same
all.
thing, effectively. I didn't get any Habaneristos, which is bad.
Same.
You want habanero. There's like specific potion ingredients, and there's 5 types. One of them is habaneristos, and we really, really want to get them there because we need somewhere between 2 and 4, or we have a miserable time with the last couple bosses.
Yeah, sometimes you get 1 flame spirit potion from that boss, but it's so rare.
Any of the sparkly potions, which you'll see later, are super rare drops. Those are Cyclone. No, Cyclone isn't a
Common.
Yeah, but it never drops.
Yeah, it never drops when I want it to, which is to say
It never drops, period. Except for you, twice in this run.
Look. Oh god, I'm skipping this treasure chest. Restore treasure chest, I skip. So let's go here. We're gonna get to chicken leg. Chicken leg's a left exit.
Alright, I think you were a bit ahead of me, but I think we're about back on pace now.
Yeah, my airship was garbs. That's how it goes sometimes.
Yep, airship is one of the... Airship feels really good when it goes well, but it is one of the least consistent things in the entire game.
And you know when it's gone real bad.
Oh yeah. There's very few places where we're at risk of dying in easy. Airships.
I tried real hard to die on airship. Shots on this Valkyrie pack because to hell with it.
Bad belt pack. Unlike us, we're a good belt pack. Oof, I set up that terribly.
I never shoot the exit.
Where am I going? Oh my god, I just like walked back and forth in front of a door 4 times for some reason.
Alright, next climb. No, just
I almost fell.
I almost fell as well.
I caught myself though.
Alright, cheese room. All right.
I
Near
love
the end of the
I love the small dwarves because there's also the human-sized dwarves.
That's a waste of time there. Thanks for the crit on a dead enemy.
Yeah, crits in this game, like when you're speedrunning this game, crits are very interesting in terms of luck. If a crit wouldn't kill an enemy, if a crit doesn't kill an enemy, then it was probably good luck. If a crit does kill an enemy, then it was probably bad luck because the animation's really long. On bosses, unless it's the final hit, crits are typically very, very lucky.
And very, very good.
Oh, I also got a crit on a dead enemy there.
Like my 350 hit crit on Riggin did 600 damage.
Yeah, crits are... I don't care that I'm poisoned game, leave me alone.
Alright, that room went perfectly. I also throw a Cyclone in this room if I have it. Like, even a level 1 Cyclone is nice to throw here. So we're gonna use our key. We're gonna do a little potion mixing here, so we're gonna take a...
This strat's called masking. You use doors opening animations to do potion stuff. And
We're gonna drink this. We're gonna drink this yogurt, so we get a little bit of time back from that. And we're gonna eat that. We're gonna eat our bread. We're gonna eat our chicken.
Oof, I had trouble getting the yogurt to level 5, but I managed it. So yogurt,
I only go level 3 on the first one. I go level 5 on the second one.
it affects your experience amount below 5.
It does. It does, and it's not that big a deal.
Oh my god, I'm poisoned, which makes me stop eating. I didn't even know that was the thing the game did.
Hi, Odin. So, Odin's here. Your haunted dad is a jerk. We're gonna throw a whirlwind potion at him and kill him real fast.
Yeah, whirlwind for this fight is absurdly good.
No, don't jump out of the whirlwind, Odin. Come on, walk over here. Jesus, alright, screw it. He decided the whirlwind was not his today.
The thing about Odin, oh my god, Odin keeps jumping for me.
Alright, Dad's in flying state now, so he's juggling.
God, Odin, stay still. Alright. So Odin A is extremely easy to juggle due to his size and how tall this room is.
The room is actually deceptively tall.
Yeah, it looks like it won't be what it is. So Odin's really easy to juggle based on that. Oof, this fight is not going well for me somehow.
Last bar.
I keep getting stunned. It's a shameful Odin fight.
Odin, don't dash away from my last attack. That was a bad chapter for me, but it was a decent Odin fight.
Yeah, chapter was okay for me, but Odin fight is going very poorly.
Next foes on Prism we really don't care about is Rising Crescent. We leave it at level 1. We can use it for skill link damage, but some people do and some people don't. And I don't think there's a real decisive difference there.
I typically upgrade it as my last priority if I can't upgrade anything else.
Yep, but we're going to upgrade Needle to 4 here because Needle's super important, like we said before. We're going to upgrade Skill Link to 2 because I've got extra Phosons, and we're going to grab a new ability as well. We are going to grab Power Supply.
Power Supply is very good.
Or, sorry, Charge Up first. Charge Up is first, I apologize. I mixed those two up. But
Charge Up is not that great, but it's required to get Power Supply.
Charge Up is very good. Getting Power Supply for Chapter 6 is amazing. But Power Supply just, Charge Up increases the amount of level you get, or the amount of power you regenerate when you start regenerating, which is still really good for certain juggles. And we're gonna go get some food now. It is time for lovingly rendered food that you're not going to see because we're speedrunning.
Yeah. Vanillaware, which is the studio that made this game, and they've also made Muramasa, are pretty famous for making some of the most realistic, delicious-looking food in like video games ever.
Yeah, it's real good.
What do I have money for here? How much
I got one.
gold do I have?
One seafood salad, please.
Yep, that is also all I can afford.
And we are on to Chapter 5. Some like it hot. I don't really. I forget where all the habaneristas are in this chapter, and I need to know where all, like, 5 of them are.
They're random, aren't they? The ones in the ground?
Yeah, the ones on the ground are random. There's usually one on the downhill section, but I just never find it. Yeah, I never get the drop.
Yeah,
I might have to do this on one flame spirit. You can do this on one fire spirit. I've done it before. It's a little slow.
Oh, you can. I mean, you can do it on 0 fire spirits.
No,
It's
we're not
just
doing. We are not doing it on 0 fire spirits.
I mean, I haven't found any Habaneristas yet, so.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's one assured to jest. That's it.
That is true. You do need to have the requisite blaze.
I think I have the
Fortunately,
requisite
there's
blaze.
nothing you're really going to use blazes on from this point forward,
Yep.
except for the things that you would also use the fire spirits on, and those are more important.
Yep. Screw around. Here, we're gonna try and slide dive one out, maybe. Nope. Salamanders are the ordinary soldiers at this stage. They're mostly not annoying, thankfully.
Salamanders, I mean, the problem with salamanders, at least for me, is that they always have one more hit of health than you expect them to.
Yep.
And they're very hard to group because they love jumping. They're not, but the fireballs might as well not exist.
Yeah. You just throw an ice shot through them, and you can kill groups of them with a single ice shot. Especially if you've upgraded it to 2, then it's just you just get
walk through them.
or you just dash through them. Yeah, no, I don't mind firing the one ice shot because I'm gonna run that way anyway.
Anyway, small key. Guess what we're never gonna use? We'll take this cheese.
We will take these. And then we get volcanoes, fire orbs. These are great.
No,
they
they're
are
not.
they're
Don't even pretend that they're great.
They're completely unthreatening. Nothing bad ever happens in this room.
You can't they explode, and you get stunned if you're near them when they explode, and you can't super armor through them.
And they hit for like a third of your health bar on easy.
Well, oh, I got exploded.
One rolled through me and confirmed, but that's fine.
Stay still.
Another milk. Here's our other milk for this chapter. We're gonna grab because we want this real
is
bad.
our last one.
Yep, but we want to get this. This is the one that I always make sure I push to level 5.
I always start to get them both to level 5.
And now we've got Child of Fire. She is
One of the easier mini bosses because she floats.
she's deciding to like not let me hit her though.
Yeah. So this mini boss isn't too bad. It's pretty much just an apology for the rest of the stage. Just everything else in this level is miserable.
Like even if you lose Juggle State on her, like you get it for free anyway because she just flips back into your juggles.
She's actually fairly difficult to juggle, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She likes to like tumble out behind you when juggling, but she doesn't like to do that when she's not juggling, and you can just stun her out of all of her attacks and she's in midair. So bye-bye. She also turns to ash and calls it which I find which I find cool.
All right, so we get a shrimp from that, which we want because we're gonna eat it. That's right, sashimi.
Shrimp.
Sashimi, very important to this run. And then we get Elder Salamander, who, you know how Salamanders have like one more hit of health than you think they should? Elder Salamanders have like 30 more health, or 30 more hits of health than I think they should.
We are
Stop
very
running!
close in this
Oh, you guys can lump up really nicely, thanks. Ow. Please.
Something you might notice that I do is I'll sometimes pick up the fruits. Those are actually pretty terrible for eating.
They're good for potions.
Yes, they are great for potions.
Should grab more of those. But I don't do a ton of alchemy, honestly, in this route.
I mean, even if you don't do a ton, you can just throw them into your overloads and get them up to like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Overload is-
Quote-unquote spoilers.
Alright, Phoenix Rider, the cutest boss in the game.
Tweety Bird, excuse you.
I love Tweety Bird so much.
This isn't 2 health. This is a great way to fight Tweety Bird.
This is a much easier fight with Cornelius, oddly.
Yeah, the thing about Tweety Bird is that she's not that bad. Except for she has one attack that she can start doing when she's lost 2 health bars, where she picks up her giant stick and slams it into the ground. And the problem with that is that there's 2 variants of that attack, and they look identical from the telegraph. It can either be a kind of harmless nothing where she just hits you with the stick, but it can also be a
The flame killer.
yeah, the flame killer. And you can mini stun her out of the flame pillar. But if you see that flame pillar, it's like a 20-second loss.
Yeah, because it starts throwing fireballs everywhere,
And you can't,
hide them.
you cannot. It makes you go the long way around the stage to get back to her. There's nothing you can do once the flame pillar starts. I'm having a really good booty hurt though.
I just broke my timer by accident. That's fine, whatever.
Do you have splits like for mid-chapter?
No, I don't have mid-chapter splits, and I just broke my timer by accident, which is fine.
Well, we only need one.
Sorry about that, everybody. I am very good at breaking timers.
Well, our restreamers will probably just duplicate mine. It's the same game. I'll just leave mine running. When I beat you, I say slightly behind you.
Blue flame.
Oh, we finished that boss at the exact same time.
I wouldn't say that. Okay, level 5 yogurt.
Oh,
Drink.
No, you were putting in the blue flame.
Oh yeah, I was installing blue flame.
Wow.
I was doing
This
I was
is
doing
the
blue
worst
flame.
boss in the game. Get ready for what? Get ready for suffering from both of us.
Is it time for the run killer? How many toxin potions do I have? Many? Please tell me I have many. Ah, where's Levin? Alright, hi Tiny Dragon. I also lovingly know Syl as Tiny Dragon. That is their nickname. This is other Tiny Dragon.
This boss can be miserable. It's tiny. It has a tiny hitbox. Basically
should've-
impossible to juggle, and the ceiling's really low. Not to mention, this boss comes in 3 phases. The first phase is just the boss in the air with crown, annoying. The second phase is boss on the floor, annoying. But the big problem is the third phase, which is Angry Baby Dragon. Angry Baby Dragon is a huge problem because all the attacks do 1,000,000 damage, even on easy. The boss flies around everywhere. Everything stuns you. And the thing about this fight is that once you've done 1 hit bar, the boss's crown will fall off, and you can start charging at the boss. Now, the issue with this is that the boss, after you've cleared a 2nd hit bar, will try to dash along the floor to get his crown back. Now, the problem with that is that you can stop him, but it's difficult, and you have to keep doing it. And basically, you want to make it as long in the fight without Leviathan getting his crown back as possible. It is very, very possible to do the whole fight without seeing the 3rd phase.
Crown was 11 complete.
Oh, well, there you go. I have a health bar and a half left in mine, and I have so far not counted. I'm actually doing a pretty good job juggling.
Yep. After missing the first juggle, the rest of them was solid.
I'm having a good 11. Oh, I dropped my combo though. I'm about to sit down.
Alright,
nope,
so
stunned out.
yeah, double ice shot may stun out, triple ice shot almost always will, but as I like to say for Cornelius, I can only do that shit once.
Once you get to that last health bar, 11 will do nothing but
Go for the ground.
go for the crown.
So you need to have a good juggle going into that bar with a bunch of hits going, otherwise you're screwed.
I got crownless too.
Alright, nice. I'm gonna grab power supply here. This restores power when you defeat a foe, which in rooms that are swarming with fairies, you want that real bad. Guess what we're about to be doing? Dealing with a whole lot of rooms that are swarming with fairies. And we're gonna go get our last meal. So we're gonna go to the
level 5 needle strike.
Yep, I actually had level 5 before, which makes it.
You had level 5 going into this?
Uh-huh. Oh, no, I had level 4 going in. I did not get level 5 there, by the way. I don't have level 5 for the last chapter. I had level 4 going in. I thought I had level 5 going in, but I came up short on Fozons there. Alright, time for the money route check. How am I doing on cash is going to be the big question now, because I am almost always behind.
Yep, and I'm probably fine, because I don't do Demerine's chest strats, which are not recommended.
Nope. Go fast.
Not
Go
for
fast.
marathons, not for world record attempts. Oh wow, I have a lot of puka money.
I had 3 golds, interestingly.
I had 4.
think. 4?
I've
Where'd you get
Must be all for
Where'd
you.
you get a 4th?
It dropped off an enemy.
Jeez.
Thank you very
Good on
much.
you. Enjoy your extra level there.
It fell off the back of a truck.
It fell off the back of a truck. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't you worry about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Everything's gonna be alright. I'm at 470. I'm actually doing way more than I'm actually way ahead of where I normally am.
I'm probably about. I typically am done after the first room of chapter 6.
Okay, I'm usually done after the mini boss, the first mini boss in chapter 6.
I have 512.
Yep. So power supply is letting me stay in the air basically forever here. So that was a big waste of time. You did not fly into that crit. Thanks.
I love the mini boss in this stage.
I've been getting one form over the other.
I always get sexy. I never see muscle.
I forget which one we want though. They're both a thing.
There's not that much of a difference. Muscle's slightly easier, but it's not any faster. And when I say slightly easier, I mean slightly easier.
See, I always thought that sexy form would be faster because she's in the air.
Muscle's big enough that even when Muscle's on the ground, you can be in the air.
Fair.
Oof, that was a garbage room. I was just like, hey, enemies, want to stay as far away from each other as possible? Don't lie to me, yes you do.
That was a good crit. Juggling small mushroom is very hard. So we'll juggle small mushroom a little bit. Do I have a blaze potion left? I do, and I need to save it. I need to be a good girl about that and save it. Because I need at least one in my inventory now, because
Alright,
I am
well,
not...
I no longer need any chests in the game except for the one that has the thing.
Yeah, the one in chapter 6.
Yeah,
So-
you mean this chapter?
Yeah. So Hex, I'm 3 bars into this health gauge. Guess what form I got?
I'm betting you're still on regular mushroom.
I had a clean juggle on regular mushroom form for the entire time.
That happened to me in practice yesterday. This time, however, my mushroom is just dodge rolling all over the place, and I'm just not even hitting.
I actually have a juggle on muscle form.
Ooh, hello, free level 4 volcano. Don't mind if I do. You're gonna be great for Mercedes.
I got a heal tonic because game mates.
Well, you know what they say about heal tonics. Haha, get hecked, Demerine.
They converted to other things really nicely. Yeah, die muscle fiend. You do not belong in this world.
Alright, let's see what I'm getting. You got oh, I got muscle! Haha, I love you, Muscle Shroom. Muscle Shroom is my friend, and I love him.
Oh wait, I didn't. That was the wrong room. Shoot, wrong way. I forgot to set the forgot to get this checkpoint first.
Also, I didn't get Muscle Shroom transition until last health bar.
Nice. Menus are hard. Did not want to roll that way. I want to just get this last set of Phozons because I need them. Just need enough of them. Do I have a Cyclone Potion or did I use it? I think I used it. Shoot, I need to save
Hello, room,
potions.
goodbye room. So we step in that room for 2 seconds.
Or if you remember to at least.
Did you forget?
I had to double back. Yeah, I set up to leave them the wrong way.
Alright, well, I get to teleport.
I did teleport. I went back so I could set up the teleport properly. And then we go to the room, which is the Swarm Room, which we will murder with like 4 needle strikes because everything's going to lump up really neatly. I'm good at this game, I promise.
Yeah,
seem to be doing
this
pretty
is
well so
your shadow room if you have Japanese on.
I'm on the wrong side though, I just forget. This is where my route starts to get a little weird. Heck, and now we're through this is the most technical motion room in the game, because you can't really glide through it, and so you want to sort of hasten your jumps through it. There's a way to time it really well, and I'm bad at it.
Oh, that wasn't the right door. Hello, right door.
There's a paladin. Paladins are really annoying because they have about 1 trillion hit points, it feels like. We're gonna get you in a good needle strike juggle. Stop blocking.
the casting fairies that show up in these streams, there's one type of them that can be really annoying. And that's the one that heals all the rest of the enemies if you leave them alone to go fight elves. I say elves, but actually the floor ones are named fairies and the ground ones are named elves. Although the ground ones are just the fly ones with broken wings. If you look closer at them. Oh god. I died.
You died? Oh, I'm sorry.
I died to a random battle stage. I died to Night Room. Well, I don't get to pet the cat unless Demerine has a particularly terrible room.
So I now have to throw at this point. We're gonna eat the cocoa. We're gonna remember to eat this one because level 27 is kind of useful here. And now it's time for Mercedes, everybody. Speaking of small enemies that like to get out of the way of your abilities, she is the other one. I do not have a toxin potion for this, so I'm gonna have to jump over, and set up my volcano potion a little better. I'm about to get fired. I'm gonna get flamethrower pretty bad here. Mercedes, I need you to like not guard, and I need to not go through your hitbox. So we're use the volcano primarily to clear the room, more so than for the damage output. There's a level 4 toxin. I'm gonna use that on this fight.
Yeah, those toxins. This is the last fight where toxins will come in handy. Oof, there we go. Had to do Paladin room twice.
That's such a gross room to die into.
Yeah, yeah, I've basically lost this race at this point. Unless you have a terrible death to Odette, is the only way I'm catching up.
Yeah, it would have to be like a last bar death to Odette. I'm gonna let you fall down so I can re-juggle you. Would you like a toxin potion? Because I've got one. Drop the juggle anyway. Set up my juggle on Mercedes and dropped it. Rip, run. Not really, run's fine. Just she's gonna heal a little bit here.
No, you were just trying to make it fair. It's fine.
Yeah, you would have to die to Mercedes to make it fair. And by fair, I don't mean fair, because I died there. I meant
I'm trying to be helpful.
Mercedes is so-so for juggling, because sometimes you go through her hitbox when you do the last dash on Needle Strike, and sometimes you don't. Yeah, that's a crit finisher. Nice. Nice.
Ooh, Mercedes dropped the Fire Spirits level 4 for me.
Oh, I hate you so much right now.
This might actually be enough to catch me.
Last foes on Prism of the run that I care about here, which I'm not going to put any points on, is Grid Smash. I don't even know what it does.
It doesn't. It costs like $1 million. It costs your entire Pal Gauge, and it's not Needle Strike.
You know, I don't have enough for Needle 5 right now.
I thought you had Needle 5.
No, I don't have Needle 5, and I don't have enough for Needle 5.
Ooh, I might actually be able to catch up.
Yeah, this is gonna get real interesting all of a sudden. But let's buy some bangles, friends. So, we got some bangles earlier, but we're gonna get some better ones now. Mars bangles have a slightly higher damage percentage on them, and we need 3 of them. They also give us some defense, which actually helps a lot in the last chapter. Because we are gonna take some intentional hits on one of these bosses.
Now, one of the other things they do is, here's where things get interesting. They boost your damage at low health, which is something we're both probably going to mostly ignore for a marathon.
One level 4 Fire Spirits is going to be enough here. I'm just going to do 6 Overloads and be done with it. So Overloads are made with all of this extra equipment that we've been gathering up. Overload increases the damage you deal for a decent amount of time. And we are going to want 2 of them. Alright, now we have 2 Overloads. Alright, all my alchemy is done. I'm gonna have to do first mini boss without a Fire Spirits. Unless one drops out.
I'm having a terrible Mercedes fight.
My Mercedes fight was beautiful too, so it's good. We're gonna go and skip this scene too. And we were gonna go into the underworld, where it's dark.
Alright, she's dead.
Nice. Where it's dark and full of darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again. Okay, you're getting needled. I'm just gonna hop over to the other side, because this is the right exit. You need no chests. We're not grabbing anything at this point. We're done with boxes. There's two in-run treasure. There's 2 in-route chests that we're gonna pop open because they have shine potions in them, which we need for 2 specific points in this this area. But other than that, we're done. We're done opening treasure chests like this with free enterprise.
Wait, you open chests in free enterprise?
No, no, we've been over this before.
See, that's what I thought. You had me confused for a second. But
so we're gonna
also,
throw the first. Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say if we have a second, we had a donation come in, but
Go
I like
ahead.
can go
donations.
oh, okay.
Please donate for the Yu-Gi-Oh thing, by the way.
Please.
Well, actually, that's what our donation went towards. So Phoebe donated $10, saying, "Please, everyone, read in bad New York accents."
We got
Hi,
it.
B.
Well, who's playing Joey? I don't even remember. Wasn't me.
Not me. I'm doing bit parts.
I think it was Dijon Ketchup is playing Joey. I'm playing Duke Devlin instead of Kaiba.
Nice.
And the Kaiba Corp Goon, who I insisted I take.
The Kaiba Corp Goon is very powerful as well. Alright.
Fun fact, if you donate during that run, I will read it in character.
Which character, though?
Whoever people ask.
Needless to say, it's gonna be a good run.
I know it's one that I'm really looking forward to watching. I'm not even really all that familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Why do you keep diving? Please stay where I can hit you with my spear. Thanks in advance. Invisible topics. I hope I'm in the right place. This room is a topic, so I'm in the right place. Why am I opening a chest? I'm done with this.
Demerine, famous for opening extra chests. I felt the physical pain.
Mini boss number 1. It's Poltergeist. We're gonna drink an overload. If we had 2 flame spirits, which we don't, we would drink the other one. We are hoping for attacks where it summons ads, because when it summons ads, remember how we have that ability that gives us power every time we kill something? When it summons those objects that swirl around it, we kill them, and we get power back. And I desperately need to get power back at this point. That's a toxin potion. That's completely useless. I'm gonna grab it because I have nothing better to do right now.
If you have fire spirits in that fight, you can actually maintain your chain, but it's the only way.
Yep. The only other way to do it is to get really lucky keeping certain tentacles alive so you can have your chain for the second half of the fight, but it's real hard. Come back, please. Am I having a bad poltergeist? Is that happening right now?
Well, without a fire spirits.
Oh yeah, without a fire spirits, this is a bad time anyway, but I keep getting mid health bar teleports.
Yeah, that happens if you don't do damage fast enough, which is hard to do without a fire spirit.
Very easy to have problems if you're not packing fire spirits. And I get another toxin potion because game hates me. Could you please at least like have given me?
Catch up.
It really wants you to have a shot at
I'm
this.
only one. I'm not that far behind you now.
I know I'm at the end of
I'm
it.
about to enter Poltergeist.
I'm at the end. Need to have the power to take this hit, please. Thank you. Perfect. And Poltergeist down. We're gonna need a key here. We're gonna make sure we grab up these phosons just in case. We're gonna get this key. We're gonna teleport back down here. We're gonna unlock a door. Did I grab the cocoa seed? The cocoa because I could use it right now, or I could just drink a level 1 potion, I guess. I keep nothing is the problem here. I have nothing to heal with. Next 2 rooms aren't super dangerous, but I could have problems. There's a chance I take an Odette death here. I am not practicing good marathon safety. This is a down exit. We don't shine in this room. I have shined in this room before, and it's a little annoying. To not have a shine for the next room, it's doable, but slow. Texas Poltergeist is going to look so much better than mine.
Yeah, I got the fire spirits. Although I just started it. So I'm probably not catching up here. Probably wasn't enough.
A death is a right killer. No, that's wrong. It's a right exit.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting my exits. Nope, didn't get glide going. It's better.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just kept hitting me with stuff. So I got to keep my power up.
Nice. So now we have Geist females. They don't start vulnerable when they show up. Unless they're in the light. So we throw a shine potion so we have a source of light always near us, so that when enemies spawn, they spawn into the light.
Okay, I also got a toxin.
Rip. Last wave here has ghouls as well, so if you don't have the light source, this can get very frustrating very quickly. Well, that's the very first run of Odin Sphere, Gwendolyn, where I've not taken a single hit from a single spirit. Now I'm gonna get my Needle 5 because I definitely want to throw debt. So we're gonna eat this Cocoa Seed because I need the health. Skills. We're gonna get our Needle 5 finally. And I have 9 points. I actually get the other upgrade too. What the heck? How did I get an extra level out of this?
Enemies, probably.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Very underleveled. Fun fact, in the original version of Odin Sphere, enemies didn't give you experience, just eating. And you couldn't eat ingredients. You had to eat it at a... No, you couldn't, and what was it? I think Murray didn't exist, and you had to eat at the Puka Kitchen.
Yep.
The original version of Odin Sphere was such a pain.
Hi, Odette. So, Odette, we're gonna crack another overload. We're gonna crack that flame spirits we got. Because we're gonna crack that flame spirits, we're gonna fling this volcano, and we're just gonna let it fly right now. Every health bar, she will teleport away. She is not juggleable in any sense whatsoever.
You're on extremely good pace, by the way. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
I don't want to know. She drops a toxin, because of course she does. Not a blaze, because my potion is real good. So after the second health bar, sometimes she'll do the spider attack, and there's 2 of them, and I have to remember if she does the charge, I have to chase the charge. So we're gonna just needle her and flame spirits her and just kill her very fast. So there's 2 spider attacks that are about to come up. One, she stays still, which is great, and one of them she disappears and then goes rushing across the room. Unsurprisingly, we don't want the one where she goes rushing across the room. Or she just does this and flies backwards, and that's pretty rad, honestly. We're all about that attack, because that's not actually an attack. Getting burned in this fight is real good, because we'll regenerate power. There's level 4 blaze, we're going to throw that at her as soon as she comes back into play. So our flame spirits just ran out, but we want to keep her on fire. That's a crit. Thanks, game. There's spider form. So she's going to kick her legs out and go into spider form. We're going to get poisoned by that, and we're super happy about that, too. We're just hoping she stands still in this blaze potion that I threw down underneath her.
Alright, well, I'm entering Odette. In a vain attempt to catch up, I'm gonna not heal.
Okay, so this is the spider charge, which I'm actually going to run away from. She's going to spawn near me. She's going to do Scythe Kick, it looks like. Scythe Kick is really powerful. But, nope, she's not doing Scythe Kick. Why are you not doing Scythe Kick? Do Scythe Kick. I have 500 health, I need to take the damage. And that is time for me. That's RTA time.
Your RTA was a 1023, so you probably PB'd.
I PB'd. I absolutely just PB'd. I'm absolutely just eating it. This is very close to 108. So we gotta mash out this last menu here. We gotta look at the book, because the book is our time.
That didn't work.
Alright, so we're mashing out of this because we don't care anymore. We're not gonna save our game because we don't care about saving our game. That is a marathon PB, most likely, but let's put the book down and check it first. 109.28 is a PB by a few seconds. I think that's a 7 seconds.
That is an absurd marathon run.
And everybody, I've earned this, damn it. So enjoy the Odin fight a second time, or if you really want.
Third time I died once because I didn't heal because I was desperately trying to catch up.
Yeah, if I had fire spirits, if I got a second fire spirit there, if I had any Paladin still left, that's so sad.
Yeah, you had that Cyclone lock, which was kind of ridiculous, but...
Yeah, it did keep my early game going, at least, but... You know what? Keep that. I earned this.
Yeah, I'll go take mine out to the back alley after.
That's right. We had the awful thing for the other end, which is if you finish second in this race, you had to take your cat out back
and leave it there. Nothing more. We didn't say anything beyond that.
And you'd feed it later, but you had to like leave it on the porch while you went.
No, you take the cat out back, and that's where you pet it.
Yep, you're petting it, but also you don't get the joy of petting it for, you don't get everyone to watch.
The neighborhood kitty.
Right?
Yeah, it's not a well-trained
We
house.
have a neighborhood kitty that comes through our backyard all the time. It's great.
So is that our second marathon TV today? No, because RPGC had one, right?
I believe it is.
Yeah, that's the second marathon PB of the day.
Nice. I'm very pleased with this run. I feel like I'm just a couple of bounces away from winner 7.
Yeah, I mean, 07 is like a flawless run with good RNG.
Yep. My sum of best RTA is 107.29, so my sum of best is like a 106 IGT. Like, 106 is realistic if my run is absolutely without flaw throughout the entire thing.
Anyway, I'm done.
GG.
That was mine would have been okay if not for the 2 deaths.
Yeah, I mean, yours is still going to be like a 112 without the 2 deaths, so...
Yeah,
might be a high
113
111.
RTA, so yeah.
Might be a high 111. We just gotta mash out of this menu because it costs time.
Yeah, it actually does. RTA stops before.
Yeah, RTA stops at the last hit on the boss, but IGT, you have to mash out of these 2 menus because you lose time.
Technically RTA isn't an official timing.
Nope. But it's just nice to have because you always know. 112.11.
Alright, let's go.
The saddest
Bye.
day. Oh man.
The poor kitty.
That run is absolutely, of course, a blast. Thank you for teaching me this run, Hex, and getting me into it. I would not have got into it if Hex did not already run this game, so I'm super pleased about that.
I was running for months, and you like bopped me in like a couple months. Like I was running for like over half a year, and you bopped me in like a couple months.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I think we're done here then, aren't we? So we've got what's coming up next. We've got Hello Kitty Cube Frenzy with Hactical.
I get another hour break before I have duties again.
I get an hour break before I have duties again.
This way, Your Majesty.
You are correct. You have Hello Kitty Cube Frenzy by Hactical coming up next. And then after that, we have the Dragon Warrior Rando Race. So that should be very fun too. Plenty of good stuff coming up.
Keep donating and stuff.
Yeah. Take this as rad.
We need $73 for that Dungeon Dice Monsters incentive, so do it.
Yes, we did have a bunch of really good donations coming in right at the end, and I didn't want to interrupt because the hype of finishing it and then, petting the cat. So I will read those whenever.
Should have time now. I think we were a little underestimate.
Yep.
All right, so we had $20 coming from Phoebe. Says, beep, beep, I'm a Jeep. which should really say honk honk, I'm a goose, but you know.
Honk honk, I'm a gonk.
Doesn't
no.
quite have the same ring. We have $30 from Kavili. It says, I always name the main character this in my runs after the first time. And that is to name the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic character Darth Revan. And then we also had $70 come in from Kavili after that saying, I hope the readings are dramatic. So yes, we are only a little bit off of that dramatic reading goal of $200. We're at $137 right now.
Do it.
Please continue
Do it.
donating. It's going to
Do
be
it.
fantastic.
I'll give a sneak peek of what you're in for. Yugi! That's all you get.
That alone, though, should get you donating.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gotta pay for the rest.
And it will be worth it.
This next run is gonna be, like, awesome. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good one.
Thank you for the amazing run. Congratulations on the PB dummy. And congratulations for finishing. And continue watching Speedrun Ragnarok here all week. It'll be fantastic.
Woo!